Hey Gemini, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your second half of April general reading here. Let's speak briefly about your meditation. So I saw a dragon, a mighty, mighty dragon. Fascinating. Dragons are about seeing oneself and others very clearly, right? They represent the all-seeing eye, right? I saw, the collective as a dragon on a cliff, and I saw it overlooking a town at nightfall, right? A town with all these people and houses, and a town being a town like. And this dragon was looking at the town and feeling, there was sort of a feeling of feeling separate or outside of a collective energy. So there might be feelings around feeling like you're on your own, or that others aren't seeing things the way that you are, or that you're having some challenges around aligning how you see things, or aligning your vision for the future even, or your opinions with those around you or those in your atmosphere. Okay, the dragon, if you think about the dragon's energy, the dragon is all knowing, and it's an ancient esoteric wisdom. And I want to say to you, you know what you know. And if you know what you know, does it really matter if anyone else sees things the way that you do, or if you're able to bring them around to your side and the way that you see things and view things and view the world and everything else? It just kind of feels like you are flying solo in this way. And again, back to the dragon energy, they're not really a pack kind of energy, right? They're always kind of depicted as, even though they're mythological, right? They're always depicted as being on their own and kind of this solo energy. And it really does feel like there is strength and power in that, though, because I also got this feeling of growing bigger, right? Gaining size and strength in being in your own energy, just outside of, the collective or the commonly held view, or, whatever that is. It really feels like doing your own thing right now, and understanding that as long as you know what you know, really ask yourself, if you find yourself feeling like you're a bit outside of or separate from, it might behoove you to ask yourself, why is it important to me that others see things how I see it? Or that others are, and aligned with where I'm going even, or with where I am, right? Because it feels like a dragon doesn't need to convince anyone to do anything, or see things a certain way, or be on their side, or see where they're coming from. A dragon is a dragon. You know what I mean? And then I saw the dragon, coming down to the township, as it were. And this was fascinating, transforming into a golden retriever, which golden retrievers for me represent, everybody loves a golden retriever, honey. Yes, bark, bark, yip, yip. It's like a golden retriever, yay. Like everyone wants to pet them, and the color of the sun, and the sun was out, and hey, hello, car horn. It just felt very cheery, and it felt like you're going from being in your own energy, right? And growing in your own energy, right? There's power in that. And then going into a time on the other side of it where you're just really in the heart of a community, a collective, feeling like you are, a part of a team, a part of a whole, a part of a group society, right? So it felt like a solitary energy that went into a collectively shared social energy, okay? So let's go ahead and see what the animal energy is for my gorgeous Gemini here. Gorgeous Gemini. As an air sign, the way that you see things is very unique and special, and sometimes it can be, I'm so obsessed. It can be somewhat of an effort to kind of, especially people who aren't fellow air signs, okay, to kind of bring them around to your point of view, or kind of get them to be on your same page, right? This can be work. This can be, having moments of like, why is this energy coming towards me like that? Or why did they say that? Or why, that kind of energy here. Because I can see a scrunched face, like a scrunched pair of eyebrows. And it's just kind of going, you know what, it's okay. Maybe it's okay that that I'm in a dragon energy. I see things the way I see them. And it's going to matter less and less if others are able to be on your same page around it, right? The golden egg. The golden egg. Are dragons not associated with gold? Okay, in Harry Potter, in the Goblet of Fire, in the challenge where they have to, literally their challenge is to take an egg, to take the egg away from the dragon that they're battling, which leads them to their next 10. It's like this golden egg that they have to retrieve, and then it takes them to their next 10. And I'm obsessed that this is coming up for you guys. Also, this equates to the Two of Cups as well. The Two of Cups meaning, you know, it's interesting that this equates to the Two of Cups, because what I'm getting from this is, you know, Two of Cups, obviously that's more than more than one person, and being in alignment and being in the presence or connection with someone who is truly a like-minded soul, someone that you care very deeply for, someone who, you know, it absolutely can be romantic, absolutely, right? But also it can just be about, you know, it's not about the quantity of good company that you keep, but rather the quality, especially during this time. People are going to react to the stimuli going on right now in a lot of different ways, and every single way is valid, because every single way is their individual path, and you can't judge or redirect that. You know, it's like, I feel like it's like when I say to you, just like relinquish control and understand what you do and don't have control over. What you do have control over, not my favorite word, but I can't think of a better one, is yourself and how you respond to things or don't respond to things, right? But I love that this is coming up for you here with the golden egg, especially as we were talking about dragons. I'm absolutely obsessed. You know, I'm also drawn to the fact that this is a precious metal, right? It's a precious metal. And again, I'm just going back to that energy and feeling of, you know, it's really just about appreciating those in your vicinity that are a vibrational match to you, right? That's what it's about. Okay, let's see what's going on for Gemini for second half of April. Oh, I love that you got the golden egg. Also, the golden egg is about the truth of things, your inner truth. What is your gift that you have to share with the world? Also, the color of a dragon's eye is definitely gold. Seeing yourself and others clearly. I really think it's about, you know, what am I here to do? What am I specifically good at that I can either monetize or spend more time doing that makes me feel like I want for nothing, right? And I could not be less surprised that this came out. First of all, you have Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. We were just talking about that, were we not? I'm also drawn to the fact here with the Two of Cups, then we'll get to your card here. I feel like I'm like speeding up my speech here, which is very Gemini-esque, is it not? Two of Cups here. I'm really drawn to the fact that these are two very different you know, kind of energies here. It could be an odd couple, or it could be, you know, your strengths are my weaknesses are your strengths, and really coming together despite your differences and really going, wow, together we really do have something good going on, even though we do have differences, right? And there's something really beautiful to that. I love that this came up for you right now. And also the color green, color of the heart chakra. I love that we were just talking about that and that came up. It's really, really good. Okay, so you got the Magician. Hello. Hi, the dragon, the golden egg, the Magician. We're on a theme here. We'll keep it rolling. This is, you know, this is understanding that you have all the tools at your disposal to create and manifest the life that you desire the most. The key is, right? And by the way, this is a solitary energy here, right? The magician creates alone, right? The counterpart to the magician is the high priestess, and I feel her here as well. They are a matching pair and set, right? There's something about that, right? It's just really beautiful. And talk about using all the tools at your disposal. That the key is, number one, realizing that you have the tools. And number two, utilizing them. Utilizing them. That's the key, right? Utilizing them. I am picking up on something where, because I'm really drawn to the sword and the wand here in particular. I'm really picking, and I love that it's like a caterpillar here too. Because a caterpillar is an energy of going at one's own pace, metamorphosis, you know, goes into the cocoon, comes out the butterfly or the moth. And so it's really about being at a point, at a stage here in your life in this current time where you're kind of getting these tools together, picking them up and using them so that you can move into the next chapter of your life, doing what really brings your heart fulfillment and joy. I feel like you are being given an opportunity, especially with this golden egg, which is really about what gifts do you have that you're here to share with the world, moving into an opportunity where the work that you do doesn't feel like work. And isn't that like the goal, really? Right? But what I was saying about the sword and the wand, I feel like I'm really feeling there's something about communication here, or writing, or someone's strength really has to do with the way that they see things and communicate them, right? And also directly in line with, you know, their passion, that the wands can also represent, just like the swords, writing and, you know, messaging, messages, creation, right? Really beautiful energy here. Okay. What else is going on for Gemini? Yeah. King of Wands, King of Wands. You know, I was just drawn to that one sword. I'm really obsessed that you got a king here, honey. You know, this golden crown and this little, you know, flying snake that's balancing here. I'm really drawn to the color green here as well. Again, the color of the heart chakra. You know, the King of Wands is a beautiful energy because we were just talking about, you know, seeing that you do have the tools and then picking up and using them. The King of Wands could do a master class, honey, on using the tool at your disposal to manifest the life that you want, right? I just heard something. Taking a gamble on yourself, taking a risk on yourself, investing in yourself. There's something about that. I feel like I'm tapping into someone who, it's like a very entrepreneurial energy. That's what it is. Someone's gonna either open up their own firm, work for themselves, open up a business, be self-employed, create something that is of their own energy. Look at this. This is like power energy here. Coming from the Magician into the King of Wands. Remember, wands rule the realm of passion, desire, and artistry. And I really, this snake with this wings here, this feathered snake, it's really giving me this energy of taking a gamble on yourself, investing in yourself. This may mean, you know, with whatever job that you're currently involved in or whatever job that you've been involved in, right, in your history, in your past, really going, I'm realizing that my time is very valuable. I either have more or less of it at the moment, but I'm realizing that the time is very, very valuable. I'm using this time to kind of look at it differently and go, wow, time is precious. Time is a commodity. And I'm really looking at how I use that time through a different lens. Yeah, there's something, remember the dragon's eye. I'm looking at it through a different lens, right? And if I look at it through that lens and I invest and gamble on myself, right? How differently will I use that time? I have a feeling that a good group of you guys, a lot of the time is spent on either work that doesn't fulfill you in the same, it's like work as opposed to like a career, something that fills you with joy, but it definitely feels like work. Or it's spent kind of worrying about things and people or aspects of life or other people and what they're doing. That it really doesn't have a whole lot to do with you in terms of being in your realm of control. Because remember, I saw you as the dragon separate from this whole town and village, but I felt like that was exactly where you're supposed to, and I'm not like supposed to, but it's where you can most benefit from being, right? You're a dragon, right? And yeah, I do feel like you have, you know, others close to you that get you and can vibe with your energy and support you, and that's beautiful. But I feel like right now this is a time of really getting clear on how you want to spend your time moving forward, because you have really gotten this memo loud and clear more than ever before, perhaps, that time is precious. And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna spend more time on me so that I can get to this place where I can really enjoy my life. You have the right to enjoy your life, right? Okay, are you serious? 10 of Cups, Gemini? It's so good. Look at this cute couple here taking a stroll down the lane. You know, I really love this. 10 of Cups is complete emotional fulfillment. What did I literally just say? That you have people around you that truly get you, right? Or you have people around you that truly support you, right? There are always going to be times that we feel misunderstood or like, you know, like I don't feel fully seen or whatever have you, right? That's life. But this really feels like you have someone or a group of people in your vicinity, because I'm drawn to these two people back here too, who are just like, yes, rah, rah, rah. Like, who are really supportive, and let that be a diagnostic for you as well. Like, as you decide like how you want to spend more, I do feel like you're making changes. Like, that much is very clear. You're making changes. Right now it's like you're building the blueprint, and then you're coming out the other side of this time that we're currently in, and you're like, I'm not going to do things like I did before. I'm not. It feels like a true transformation, because I'm also being drawn back to the snake and the caterpillar, which are both about transformation. It's a world of difference, but it's a world for the better. Because look, it's complete emotional fulfillment. We've been talking about spending your time doing what fills your heart with joy and doing work that doesn't feel like work. And this is happy partnership. that really has your heart just feeling like, and I've been talking about, you know, heart chakra energy here with the color green. Now we have pink, right? I'm also getting drawn to the fact that on the other side of this wall, it's on the other side of this wall, right? Something about that. I feel like your bet pays off. Like you betting on yourself, you investing in yourself, you gambling on yourself, it really takes off. And I do feel like there's a risk involved. I do. I feel like there's a risk involved, but I feel like if it's a divinely guided move that you're making, it's like, think about the entrepreneurs that have really done well. It's like they had to leave their day. I love Marcus Lemonis. If anyone knows who Marcus Lemonis is, he has a show called The Prophet. And he always goes to these businesses and says, like, these people who have these startups, he'll go, are you still working a day job? Because if you are, quit it immediately. You have to, oh my God, you guys are gonna freak out. You've got to give every 100% of your time, effort, and belief into this, you know, business of yours, this new idea, this baby of yours, as it were, right? Quit your day. There's something about that. You could take that literally or not. Oh, look at the Hierophant on the bottom. Taurus energy here, going into Taurus energy. This is marriage, contracts, just everything being right and true, right? Beautiful energy there. Hey, guess what your clarifier is for the Magician? 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Did you just get the same key twice in one reading? You know, I live for when that happens. So I won't repeat myself, but you know, I have to say, because I feel like this is coming up to 6, I love how this is depicted here in the After Tarot, with the, you know, kind of the different generations here. We have a family here. You know, the bonfire, the fires of creation, back to the wand energy, because the wand represents fire energy as well. You have the King of Wands. You know, the fact that you have all these wands and cups really is speaking, and I was drawn to what? Well, okay, I wasn't drawn to the cup here, but it was the sword and the wand, right? But it's getting clear and getting clear with yourself around that. But seriously, with all these wands and cups that are coming up here, and the fact that the golden egg is also linked to the Two of Cups, I really have this strong feeling here. This is really about getting moving on whatever you're passionate about that also emotionally serves you. And when that is the case, again, you'll never work a day in your life. It's really, really stunning and gorgeous. This is interesting. I also feel like part of what you're doing, and this isn't necessarily why you're gonna do it, it's just gonna be a beautiful byproduct to the collective I'm tapping into at the moment. First of all, the fires of change, dragons breathe fire, right? Transformation, back to the snake, back to the caterpillar. There's going to be a certain sacrifice or a needed change that has to come in for you to, it's like your new life is going to require the releasing of your old one. Not all of your old life, but aspects of it, whether it's your current job, the current way that you view things, where you live, whatever that is for you. It could have a lot to do with you too and how you spend your time, I feel like is really the key of it. But this is really beautiful here. This is really, really beautiful. What was I going to say? Oh, I feel like for some of you guys, you're going to be coming into the kind of abundance where it sets up your, because I'm really drawn to the generations here, where it really, you are going to be able to provide for future generations, like your children and their children, which is cool, which is great, which is beautiful. Okay, King of Wands. Okay, we got the Nine of Wands here. Okay, let's just look at this. The Nine of Wands plus the King of Wands. So he's holding one wand. So 9 plus 1 is obviously 10. Let's talk about the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is moving from one place to another so that you can restart the cycle with the Ace of Wands. Remember what I just said about there's going to be elements of either the way that you're doing things or your old life or your job or your living situation or the way that you view things, your habitual patterns, right? This could be negative self-talk. This could be the way that you see yourself and your worth. I do feel like worth is at the core of this as well, though there's someone around you who definitely values your worth. Could be family, could be partner, right? You've got someone in your corner here. You've got 10 of Cups twice, I mean. And then the 2 of Cups here with the golden egg. So this is really exactly what I was saying about if you want to I feel like if you are currently in a 9 of Wands place where you're like, I'm keeping on going, I'm persevering, but doesn't he look like he's worked really, really hard and he's still standing with a bandage on his head? And I feel like this other guy's here like, yo, I don't have a bandage, but I'm like living life and I'm where you are. Like, what's the difference? He's wearing green, he's wearing red. I'm attracted to this and drawn to this because the red is the root chakra, which rules our feelings of security. You guys could have been playing it safe for a while in whatever way that resonates. Green following your heart. He looks like he's having a much better time at life, no? Ooh, and he's in green too. It's time to follow your heart, and this guy is yet to get the memo about not working a day in your life if you love what you do, right? I'm so obsessed. Look at that money purse. He has a money purse and he does not. Yes, I just said money purse. Okay, Ten of Cups, what's up? Ten of Cups, where are you, the Ten of Cups? Ooh, Temperance on the bottom, gotta love it. Do you love that new dawn rising in the background, the golden irises? Yes, life, dove, love energy here. Okay, let's talk. Knight of Swords to clarify the Ten of Cups. Here's your air sign making an appearance here in your own reading. Hello. Knight of Swords. First of all, I'm obsessed with the fact that his shield here is in the shape of a heart. Can you even take it? I really, really like it. This is fast forward movement. It's like you're getting very clear about something and then it's just like the floodgates open up. I'm feeling, okay, let me give you an example of the energy that I'm feeling. It's like you're in one, because I'm keep going back to the dragon and feeling separate or feeling like, you know, it's kind of like almost like a hermit energy, kind of, but it's like feeling like you're in your own energy, maybe separate from what you desire, or feeling like you just haven't quite, you know, gotten to where you want to be before you transform into the golden retriever and like are greeted with open arms and smiles and pats and or whatever works for you, right? But this is the energy of getting very clear. And I feel like this person that this Knight of Swords is like, get out my way, right? I feel like this is the status quo. Oh, the status quo, that came up for you before, didn't it? I feel like it did. I feel like this is the status quo. This is the way things were. These are aspects of yourself that went, that's not a smart move, or I don't want to take a gamble on myself. I have too many responsibilities to take a gamble on myself, whatever that is. But the only question is, are you happy? Are you fulfilled? Does the work you do feel like work? Or do you love it just as much as your leisure time? That's what it is. Do you love the work that you do as much as you love your leisure time? Or are you a weekend warrior where you live for the weekends? Life is to be enjoyed, right? There's something about that, I'm telling you. It's about getting clear about this and then feeling so, I'm telling you, once you get clear about this, and all you have to do to get clear about it, right, is get out of your own way and set the time in your own energy to get clear about it, set that intention and go about your life. And I feel like for a lot of y'all, the answer is a lot more clear than maybe you think. And you are the dragon right now, right? So all you have to do is just kind of spend time in your own energy. I feel like it's other energies, other responsibilities that you have, or work that you have, or chores, or to-do lists, or stuff like that, that's going on in your atmosphere that's kind of, it's fogging up your dashboard, all right? It's fogging up your dashboard. And that doesn't mean that you have a bunch of people around you that are, you know, like toxic or something. That's not what I'm saying. I don't actually feel that. I just feel that time spent alone in your own energy, I'm going back to the Magician right now, knowing that you have the loving support of people around you and that they'll be there when you come out of this time on your own. I feel like there's a resistance here to being in your own energy without distraction. Why do I feel like that? But look at where you're going to. I'm telling you, you're gonna get clear on what this is. It might even hit you suddenly or just be like, oh my God, or oh my God, I love doing this. How can oh my God, this is what it is. This is what makes me happy. This is what I get. I'm gonna bet on myself in this way, right? And it's not about taking the easy route or going with the obvious answer. It's not the obvious. I can tell you that. It's not the obvious answer in a way that it's like, oh, well, this is what it was. No, I think that there is a surprise element to this that hits you in a way where it's like, oh my God, duh. But it's not obvious. I know, does not make all the sense in the world. Am I reading for Gemini right now? Isn't it like always two things? Oh my God. The Two of Cups and the Golden Egg. I feel like that's another aspect too. Oh, Lord. Okay. Fine. Two of Cups. Okay, wait. Knight of Wands. Remember when I said that it's not obvious, but it's going to be like a moment of like, duh? Look at that snake on his nose. I really feel like I'm getting that message there. And again, back to this gold and the precious metal, you really have a beautiful support system around you. I feel it, all these gold cups here too, and the stars, and you really do have a beautiful support system. You know, I'm also being drawn back to this guy next to this dude in the Nine of Wands here. There's also someone that is around you that you can, I feel like it could be like an elder, like a parent or a friend that is established, or a friend that's really like living in a way that their vibration is really beautiful. There's something here about, I'm hearing, let me toss an idea off ya. Let me throw an idea off ya. There's something about that. Okay, there's something about that. But it's funny because there is this, again, this energy of, I feel an avoidance to be in your own energy without distraction. Totally fine and understandable. And hi, I can relate to that for sure. Right, it's very human, especially now. But I feel like there's an invitation here where it's not going to take days and days of going into a hermitage, you know, like type deal where you're like, oh my God, it's like all this time of like staring at the wall and waiting for inspiration. It's not like that. It's just about allowing yourself to be in your own energy. And I would say, because I was drawn to that sword, I would say write, journal, like do something that gets you out of your head in a constructive way and into your active subconscious. Because it's your active subconscious that has the golden egg for you. Okay? People can access their golden subconscious, their active subconscious in a lot of different ways, right? Some people it's physical activity, some people it's journaling and writing. I feel like because you're an air sign, there could be something really in that for you. But it's really, really beautiful. It really, really is. So back to this Knight of Swords. I really feel like there's this beautiful energy here of once you are clear on this and you've decided to take a gamble on yourself, or you've resolved to actually take action on the changes that you know that you want to make. Because some of you guys could be clear on aspects of this. You're like, yeah, I've been wanting to make a change for a while. And maybe it's not so much about, for some of y'all, maybe it's not so much about like getting really clear on what it is, but choosing to realign your vibration and your energy with, I am worthy of enjoying my life. I am worthy and able to live a life in which I never work a day in my life. Or live a life in which I'm in a partnership where I feel like I'm truly seen, and I feel like, you know, I'm with my equal, right? But this is you blasting into, you know, your best life here at the end of the day. You got Ten of Cups twice. Hello. Let's get an oracle. Which one? Which one? Which one? I feel like the vintage. Let's do it. My God. This is beautiful, Gemini. Okay. I'm hearing Strawberry Fields Forever by the Beatles. Interesting. Oh, stop. Okay. Choice. Is this not what we were talking about? Like, I'm obsessed. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but that's definitely a crystal ball. And this is definitely a dove, which represents, depicted on the Ace of Cups key, divine love, divine support, divine partnership. She's also wearing red. Remember what I said? It's connected to the root chakra and feelings of security and stability, and you're being asked to take a risk on yourself and follow your heart and trust that you're going to be supported in doing so, right? In an informed way, but there's no reward without some sort of risk, right? That's just what it is. You're being presented the opportunity to make a choice. Is it going to be this staircase upward or this staircase, right? It's really up to you. I could not be more obsessed that this came up for you, because it really is a choice. Back to the Magician here as well. It's first acknowledging that you are the great creator, you are the Magi, you have all the tools at your disposal, and then it's about picking them up and using them, right? I keep hearing investing in yourself. Choice, Gemini, and it is a choice. And I really am obsessed that she's like by herself as well, and it's like getting clear on that in your own energy so that you can just move forward and acknowledging all of the good fortune and support that you have, because there's a lot of good fortune, good energy, and support here, and it's really, really beautiful. Gemini, I love this so much for you. I so hope this helped and resonated. If so, please let me know in the comments below. You know, I just absolutely love and appreciate that. And again, just thank you so much for being here, and as always, thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.